Channel 3, Chief Meteorologist Keith Thompson here with Facebook and YouTube live weather update. Hope everybody's day is going well. Trying to get rid of something here for just a moment so that I can see the comments. Here we go. All right. I hope everybody's Monday is going well. Pretty standard Monday here. Of course, another warmer than average day with temperatures even warmer than had been anticipated. And as a result, I bumped up, I know tomorrow's temperature, so we have another warm up that's on the way. You see what's on the way in the menu here. Chris, always good to see you. Thank you very much for checking in. This is going to be another one of those shorties because there's just not a lot going on, not a lot to talk about as far as the weather is concerned, other than the fact that we are in for another unseasonably warm stretch of weather. You know, I said this at 6 on News Channel 3. I just did a quick count of how many days that we have had so far this calendar year that have been colder than average, with max temperatures that have been colder than average by at least 3 degrees. If it's less than that, then I'd consider it average temperatures. But if it's plus or minus 3 degrees or more from what is the typical high or low for the day, or the typical high for the day, then I consider that to be either a colder or warmer than average day. And so far, out of 49 days this year so far, 50, excuse me, out of 50 days so far this year, because today would be one of them, we've only had 10 that have been colder than average. And that predominantly, 8 of those days was in that Arctic blast that we had in the middle of last month. The other 2 was just Friday and Saturday of last week. That's it. So it's been really, really crazy mild, and we're going to continue that mild trend. Shannon, beautiful day today. Tomorrow, you're going to love it even more, and I hope you're enjoying your night as well. Michelle in Hastings, thanks. Hello, Heart of Berry County. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Jeanette in Coldwater, beautiful day. The night is clear. It's pretty gorgeous out there, and even tonight, not as windy. And so without the wind, of course, those wind chills aren't quite as bad as they were over the weekend. Mary, hello to you. Beautiful sunset. I'd love to see those pictures coming in, by the way. I got one from South Haven that I'm going to try to post. Rachel, no more spring. Winter businesses. I hear you. I totally understand, Rachel, where you're coming from. Winter businesses are taking a huge hit this year, huge. And allergy sufferers, well, there's going to be a lot, I think, that's going to change if we don't have any more winter. And I got to tell you, I said this again on News Channel 3 Live at 6 tonight. I'm not counting winter out yet. We are still, in the 3rd week of February. That's still early. But seeing what I'm looking at here going forward for the rest of the month, it's going to get really even much warmer next week. I'll tell you more about that coming up in just a bit. Patty would like some snow. I think there are actually a lot of folks out there, Patty, who sympathize with that. Good to see you, Michelle. Thank you so much. Trenton, hello to you in Portage. And your tulips are up by the house about 2 inches. I'll tell you what, if those tulips start budding and coming out in Holland, that is going to be not good for tulip time, which is coming up, of course, in early May. All right, let's get to it. You see what I have here on the rundown here? More sunshine. Yes, more sunshine. If you like today, you're going to love tomorrow, and you're going to love the next day after that because we have more of the same ahead. Juanita, hello to you. Ready for that little warm-up. It's on the way. Janet, thank you. I always appreciate seeing you here, Janet. Thank you for being here. So another warm-up, then cooler later this week, but we could even have thunderstorms next week and another spring-like turn for us. It looks like we could be looking at some thunderstorms, I would say on about the 27th of next week, it's a week and a day out. It's 8 days out. You know how I feel about that, but right now, the signal has been pretty strong for the last few days. Remember, consistency over time equals confidence when we're talking about these models. And we have had some consistency over a few days, signaling a huge warm-up next week. Not this week. This is Monday through Friday through Saturday. Next week, a huge warm-up that could take us to even warmer levels. Doug, hello to you. Michelle, loving the warm. None of your plants are going yet, Trenton. So they're not responding to that yet. All right, let me go to what's coming up. Greg, hello to you. Headed to Gatlinburg and then Fort Myers. You are going where it is warm. Good for you. Well, it's going to be getting warmer here too. Not Fort Myers warm, mind you, 31 degrees right now in Kalamazoo. You see those temperatures, upper 20s, low 30s. But here's the big deal. We're up a couple of degrees from yesterday. In the case of Grand Rapids, up 7 degrees from where we were at this case yesterday. Ashley, hello to you. Ready for spring weather already? Looking at Saturday, looks pretty nice. It's going to be cooler Saturday, but not bad at all Saturday. All right, let's look at our highs. I want to show you what's going on here. Ceresco, dogs are in the backyard barking at the deer by the barn. Jeff, all is well, right? All is well. It is a huge warm-up next week, Doug. Huge. Okay, so you see, of course, as you know, much of the last month has seen max temps above average, several degrees above average. You see on this graphic here, this is just two weeks. We had a couple of colder than average days. That would be Friday and Saturday, just this last Friday and Saturday. And that, along with the 8-day spell of cold air that we had following that big winter storm about the third week of last month, that's been it as far as colder than average temperatures so far this calendar year. That's what's pretty crazy. Christina, hello to you in Lawton. Thanks for checking in. Dougie, the weather looking like for the week of March 11th. Too far out, buddy. Too far out. Give me another week and then we'll see. Give me another week and then we'll see. But too far out, Dougie, to tell you with any kind of confidence. I mean, any kind of confidence at all. Billy, hello to you. Jerry, good evening. Chris, 29 there in Almena Township. Thanks for being here, Chris. And Craig says, bring on the 50s. Well, they're on the way. You see that today we made it to 47. And in light of that, knowing that we're probably going to tack on a few degrees to tomorrow, I bumped up the high temperature that I'm projecting for tomorrow from 48 to 50. I think we could have another 50-degree day tomorrow. And I think that would get us up to about 6 of those so far this year, which is really crazy considering our typical high right now is only in the middle 30s. Tina, hello to you. Let's see, need your furnace a little longer. Yeah, I totally understand that. And I hope you have a good night as well, Tina. And I hope your kids are getting better. And I hope you're not catching too much of that that's going around. Sharon brought the sunshine to Michigan from Florida. You sure did. And there'll be plenty of it tomorrow as well. Racing season at good old Hartford Motor Speedway. Well, hopefully, Chris, today's Daytona 500 got you in the mood for that just a little bit. Marsha, hello to you. The sunset was awesome, wasn't it? And the weather, pretty good as well. Live Doppler radar, we're looking at it right now. And as you see, all is quiet. Chris in Chicago just drove home from a weekend in Rochester Hills. Glad that you made it back home safely from Detroit to Chicago. Thank you for checking in, Chris, from the Windy City. Nice over there, too. Elise, hello to you. Thanks for checking in. All quiet on Live Doppler radar. So we're going to go right to the 7-day forecast. I know this is going to be a record short Facebook and YouTube Live, but there just isn't a lot going on. Tim, great. Warmer weather for 2 to 3 days. You bet, it is. Robert, hello to you in Chesterland. Always appreciate my Buckeye friends. Thanks for being here. Gwen, good evening to you as well. All right, let's look at the 7-day. Let's talk. Tomorrow, sunny, gorgeous, seasonably chilly to start. Our typical low is 20. We're going to be close to it anyway at 24. Joey, good evening to you. Next Monday for your birthday is looking super. There it is. Looking super. Next Monday for your birthday. Maybe be able to even cook out some burgers out there with a high of 54. And sunshine. Wilson, hello to you. So here's what we're looking at. Tomorrow and Wednesday, again, back up in the 50s. Crazy. Showers possible on Wednesday. It's a little bit iffy. I do think we'll have lots of clouds on Thursday. I'm sorry. Lots of clouds on Thursday. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of a better clue on Thursday, but right now it just looks like we have a cold front that's going to be moving in. Ahead of that, we'll make it up into the 50s. That front may prompt a few showers. That's why we have that thread in it for Thursday, but that's gone by Friday. It does get breezy and cooler on Friday and Saturday, but we will see sunshine. Michelle, good evening to you. Wondered if March will be a lamb or a lion. That's an excellent question. So far, the whole season has been a lamb so far. And so I don't see anything yet that would cause a change in that thinking yet. That's the big caveat. Now, if we were to stretch this out, today's 9, 8, 9, 10, let's say, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, a week and a half out, that's where I think that we're talking about. What is Monday? Monday is going to be the 26th. So we're going out, let's see, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're talking about going out here to about the end of February, the 27th, 28th, 29th, I think that we could get, and by the way, 29 days this February, it is a leap year. We're talking about 60s. We're talking about 60s a week from tomorrow and a week from Wednesday. Crazy. And a chance for some thunderstorms, let's say a week from today and a week from tomorrow. So those would be a couple of really big changes or spring-like things to our weather here. Hold on just a moment. Looks like I got to do some. There we go. Got to do some gardening here on the feed. Okay, so I hope that helps everybody. I hope we got. There we go. Let's get this. There we go. All right, we'll take that out. Mr. Grand Rapids is in the house. Thanks, Mr. GR. Thanks for being here. You're feeling that 7-day. I think a lot of people are. Tina, not a lot of rain. That's for sure. Richard in Battle Creek. Corrine, hello to you. Thanks for the thanks, Kathy and Marshall. Loving that forecast, right? Kayla, the one that get our last snow day is getting shorter and shorter. Yeah, I got to tell you. I'm not going to rule it out for March. But I'm telling you, the overall theme here, you can see on the 7-day where we're going to have some cooler weather. Look, 40 degrees is not cold for this time of year, right? Typical high is 36. Even Saturday, 36 is not cold. But that's the coldest we're probably going to see, right? Let me check this and make sure. Next Friday, or this coming Friday and Saturday, that 36, that 37, that's probably let me strike that. Could be the coldest that we see all the way to the end of the month until March. I do think we're going to start March chilly, but now we're getting out there even like 10 plus days, and we got to wait and see how that shakes out. Okay, Betsy, hello to you. Hello to you. Timmy, you are very welcome in Wilson. Thank you for being here. Like I said, I know this is short, folks, but just not a lot happening, so I won't take up a lot of your time. I do appreciate you being here for Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Don't forget that I'll be live at 10 on Arc West Michigan, live at 11 on News Channel 3. Also, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Threads, and on my YouTube channel, at Weatherman Keith, the @ Weatherman Keith, all lowercase, all one word. And then also WWMT's Keith Thompson for Facebook. Whitehall in the house, Antho. Thank you for checking in. I appreciate it. You slipped in right before the door closed. I appreciate it very much. If I don't catch up with you tonight on the tube, folks, Colin is in. My good buddy, meteorologist Colin Rogers, will be in bright and early for Jeff in the morning. So give him a nice, happy reception. He'll have live updates from 4:30 to 9. He's got you again at noon. I've got you at 5, 5:30, and 6 tomorrow. And then we'll do another Facebook Live tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Lori, thank you so much, and I'm glad that you're still enjoying that weather app. It's very useful even when the weather is quiet, right? Have a good night, everybody. Hey, we made it past Monday. Next up, let's make our way to Wednesday so we can hit hump day. And, after that, we're shooting for the weekend. It's all in 3 easy steps, right, to get to the next weekend. Be safe, get some good rest, and thanks again for being here. I do appreciate it very much. I'll see you again soon.